One fake phone part. That's all it takes. In seconds, hackers can steal your passwords, spy through your camera, and even record your face. In 2017, researchers proved it. They slipped a tiny malicious chip into a fake replacement screen. The phone worked perfectly, but silently logged every touch, stole PIN codes, snapped secret photos, and sent them to the attacker. Counterfeit parts aren't just cheap knockoffs. They're Trojan horses, processors with backdoors, memory chips that corrupt your data, even screens that spy on you. And antivirus? Useless, because the attack lives in the hardware. So how do you protect yourself? Because when it comes to your data, saving a few dollars could cost you everything. That's why Tileris is here. AI security that catches threats even when they're hidden deep inside your devices. Visit Tileris.com to protect your digital future. And in this video, we'll break down exactly what counterfeit parts are, what specific security risks they pose, and most importantly, how to identify and avoid them so you can keep your phone and your data safe. Just one fake replacement part can give hackers 100% control and a few seconds to install malware, steal all your passwords, and even record your face. Today, I'm going to tell you the true story of how security researchers built a fake phone screen that could secretly steal passwords, record your face, and install malware, and why it changes everything you thought you knew about phone repair. Counterfeit phone parts can create a security nightmare, and these fake components can compromise your phone's integrity from the inside out, leaving your personal data vulnerable to hackers and thieves. You see, a counterfeit part isn't just a cheap imitation. It can be a Trojan horse. It might look and even feel just like the real thing, but its flaws go far beyond poor performance or a short lifespan. It can contain malicious code, open backdoors, and give cybercriminals a direct line to your most sensitive information. First, what are counterfeit phone parts? A counterfeit part is any component that is designed to look like a genuine part but is manufactured by an unauthorized company, often with inferior materials and for a much lower cost. They are not to be confused with legitimate third-party or aftermarket parts, which are made to be compatible but don't pretend to be from the original manufacturer. Counterfeit parts are designed to deceive you. They are found in almost every part of a phone. Let's look at the most common and dangerous types. Number 1. The processors and chipsets. These are the brains of your phone. Counterfeit processors are often cheaper, less powerful versions of the genuine part, and they may have hidden flaws or even built-in backdoors. These chips are nearly impossible for a consumer to inspect and can compromise a device at its core. Second, we have the memory and storage components, which is where all your photos, documents, and apps live. Counterfeit memory chips, like fake MSDR cards, are a huge problem. They often claim to have a much larger capacity than they actually do. When you try to save files beyond the true capacity, the data can become corrupted or overwritten. Beyond just losing your data, these components could also be used to steal it. The display and camera components. You might think a fake screen or camera is just a matter of poor quality, but the risks are far greater. A counterfeit screen might have a compromised touch sensor that could be used to record your inputs, like your passcode. A fake camera could have malicious firmware that allows it to be remotely activated without your knowledge, turning your phone into a spy device. Counterfeit parts are so difficult to detect because their creators go to great lengths to make them look authentic, from the packaging to the labeling. The idea of a phone screen spying on you might sound like science fiction, but in 2017, a team of researchers at Ben Gurion University of the Negev in Israel proved it was a terrifying reality. They decided to see if they could turn the most common smartphone repair, which is a screen replacement, into a devastating hardware-based attack. Their findings should concern anyone who has ever had their phone repaired. The researchers bought a popular smartphone and a cheap third-party replacement touchscreen, the kind you might find at any unauthorized repair shop. Using simple tools like a hot air gun, they carefully separated the screen's components and exposed its controller chip. This is where the attack happened. They installed their own malicious microchip onto the screen's circuit board. This chip was designed to act as a man in the middle, intercepting data between the touchscreen and the phone's main processor. To the phone's operating system, everything looked normal. The screen worked, the touch inputs were responsive, and no antivirus software could detect a problem because the attack was happening at the hardware level, completely invisible to the software. The results of their experiment were a true security nightmare. With their malicious chip embedded in the screen, the researchers demonstrated a series of devastating attacks. First, they turned the screen into a keylogger. They could record the X and Y coordinates of every single single touch the user made, allowing them to easily reconstruct patterns, PIN codes, and passwords that were typed on the screen. Next, they showed how they could hijack user actions. They took a photo of the user with the phone's front-facing camera without their knowledge, and then secretly attached it to an email and sent it to themselves. They even demonstrated how they could exploit a vulnerability in the phone's operating system by making the malicious screen controller trick the user's browser into visiting a phishing website or silently installing a malicious app. The researchers proved that a compromised hardware component could completely bypass all of the phone's software-based security. Why? Their experiment wasn't a theoretical paper, it was a real-world demonstration of the ultimate Trojan horse. Next up are the security risks of counterfeit phone parts. The risks of using these counterfeit parts are more than just a broken phone. They're a security nightmare and can cause real damage. Malware and backdoors. This is the most serious threat. Counterfeit phones and replacement parts have been found with pre-installed malicious software. This malware is baked into the component itself. It's not something you can remove with an antivirus app or even a factory reset. This preloaded malware can give a hacker a backdoor into your phone. In some cases, these parts are specifically made to do one thing: collect your data. Data theft and unauthorized access. Once a counterfeit part with a backdoor is installed, your phone becomes a security liability. The malicious code can be used to steal sensitive data like your usernames, passwords, credit card information, and banking details. The criminals can even gain remote access to your phone, activating your microphone or camera without your permission, turning your device into a surveillance tool. Compromised encryption and secure boot mechanisms. Genuine smartphones use a variety of sophisticated security features to protect your data. This includes secure boot processes that ensure only trusted software runs on the device and hardware-based encryption that protects your information. Counterfeit components often lack these security features entirely, or even worse, have faked versions of them. For example, some fake fingerprint sensors will go through the motions of scanning a fingerprint but will unlock the device with any touch, leaving a user completely unprotected. These aren't just theoretical problems. In the past, companies have discovered compromised networking hardware and pre-installed Trojans on off-brand devices, showing that the threat is real and affects more than just phones. So, how do you protect yourself? Being able to identify and avoid counterfeit parts is your best line of defense. First, how you identify counterfeit parts? 1. Visual inspection. Look for signs of tampering, such as poor quality printing on the packaging, misaligned logos, or spelling errors. A component itself might have a slightly different feel or weight, a mismatched serial number, or a missing hologram. Second, verify authenticity. If you're buying a part on its own, check its serial number against the manufacturer's official website. Many companies offer an online tool to verify a part's authenticity. Use specialized tools. Some software can perform a deep scan of your phone's hardware to report on the authenticity of its components. While not foolproof, it can be a good starting point. And how do you avoid counterfeit parts? Buy from authorized dealers. This is the most important step. Always buy phones and replacement parts from the manufacturer's official store or an authorized retailer. While it might be more expensive, you are paying for the assurance of quality and security. Research the seller. If you must use a third-party repair service, do your research. Read online reviews, check for certifications, and ask them if they use genuine OEM parts. Be cautious of low prices. If a deal seems too good to be true, like a brand new iPhone screen for a fraction of the cost, it most likely is. Counterfeiters lure customers with these low prices, but the risk to your data and your safety is far too high. To summarize, counterfeit phone parts are not just a problem of poor quality. They are a serious security risk that can introduce malware, steal your data, and compromise your privacy. The threat is insidious because these parts are designed to be undetectable and can bypass standard security measures. Your phone is one of your most personal possessions, and its security should never be an afterthought. By being aware of the risks and taking proactive steps to avoid counterfeit parts, you can significantly reduce your vulnerability. So here is it. The next time you need to repair your phone, resist the temptation of a cheap fix. Go to a trusted, authorized repair service and insist on genuine parts. Your data is worth more than a few dollars saved. If you found this information helpful, please share this video with a friend or family member who might not be aware of these dangers. The increasing number and complexity of cyber threats can be overwhelming. To effectively protect your most important data, you need specialized help. That's why you should visit us at Tileris.com. Here, Our AI agents and powerful cybersecurity applications are ready to provide a complete defense for your digital life. Our cutting-edge technology excels at finding threats in real time, identifying weaknesses, and proactively stopping attacks. To begin securing your future, you can simply ask for a personalized demo or a professional consultation, and our experts will handle the rest. Don't wait for a data breach to happen. Take action now. Visit Tileris.com today to secure your digital life. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay smart, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.